Recording.
Definitely go back and play this back. All right. So let me do this. All right. Yeah, some of you guys, you're going to really want to go back and play this back. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Guys, for those of you who may not know, my name is Dr. Dashia Andrews. I am a very, very proud 10K affiliate here in MDC. And yes, I said doctor, but don't nobody go trying to get sick when y'all around me if you meet me in person, because you're going to be out of gas. I'm not a medical doctor. I got 2 PhDs in educational leadership and 1 in organizational leadership. So please don't go getting sick, because we just going to call 911 for you, okay? I'm not that kind of doctor. Don't DM me with the medical questions. And my client got high blood pressure. I don't know, Queen. I'm gonna Google it just like you, okay? I'm gonna call my doctor, tell them to call their doctor just like you. Now I can help you get some things together in your organization. I can help you learn how to learn, right? But I can't help you with nothing else related to what the MDs do. Just want to get that out of the way, because I get a lot of DMs like Dr. Andrews. So my client has high blood pressure. Can they? I'm not that kind of doctor. Let's get that off. Let's make that very well known. But I'm super excited to be a part of my daily choice. And the reason why I'm excited, guys, is because I don't have a lot of experience in network marketing, right? I was in a previous company. That was technically my first company. I did sell life insurance before, once when I left the classroom. But I didn't know I was in a network marketing business, right? I just thought I was helping people get life insurance policies. I had no clue that I was in a network marketing business. Nobody ever said it. I never heard the word. I had no clue. I just was like, I'm helping people get life insurance. We all need life insurance. I was in a whole network marketing company and had no clue, which means I did not get I did not get the development. I did not get the education of how to really run a network marketing company, because I wasn't taught the network marketing aspect of it, right? I came from the classroom. I was a teacher for 10 years. I was a principal for another 8, a college professor for 7, 8 years. So all I knew was in the classroom, right? And here I was selling life insurance. That's all I knew. I knew I was selling life insurance. So fast forward to my next network marketing company. I knew I was in a network marketing company. But in all honesty, guys, that company it didn't teach you network marketing. It taught you how to push a product. And network marketing is truly its own thing. And there is a correct way to do this, just like any other business, right? There is a right way to structure and build when you're in network marketing. And it's different from traditional businesses in a lot of ways. And so you got to really be taught those things. And so these Wednesday nights are really to help us learn the business, how to properly structure and run your business as a network marketer. All right, we're not about to teach you how to be a painter. You're not about to learn how to run a nonprofit. You're about to learn how to run your network marketing business. So I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, because we gotta get comfortable and we got to get okay with the fact that we are in network marketing. It's not a bad thing. It's not, people try to make it seem like it's this bad thing. It's not, guys. It is really, in my opinion, the best business model that there is. It is, because as a teacher, I could only make the salary that they were willing to pay us. As a principal, I could only make the salary they were willing to pay me. As a college professor, I can only make the salary they were willing to pay me. I mean, unless I wrote grants and I got a couple of little bonuses and stuff from that, right? But never, ever in none of those roles was I paid 8 ways to do the same one job. Never, ever. All right? I did 8 jobs and I got 1 check. It was not the other way around. And so I'm super grateful for this opportunity, because now I get to help people, which is what I was doing as an educator. I get to help educate people. I get to help people grow businesses and build legacies for their families. And I get paid 8 different ways to do it. And I don't know about you, but I wish somebody had told me this before I went and got those 7 college degrees. Because I'm not going to hold you. If I found network marketing before college, baby, college would have been a wrap. I'm just being honest. Because I use some of my knowledge, but in all honesty, I mean, I didn't need that to do what I'm doing right now. Not that it's, a hindrance or none of that stuff, but But I mean, thank God, if I had student loans, I'd be mad right now. Thank God for the foster care system because I have no student loans. But if I had student loans, like some of y'all probably got student loans and you're not even operating in that field, it's going to take you more years to pay those student loans back if you actually went and got a job in that field, right? It's going to take you so long to pay those student loans back, you know? And so I'm just grateful for opportunities like this where it allows the regular, ordinary person to really build a business and build a legacy for their families. And so these Wednesday nights are really structured to help you be able to do that to the best of your ability. So when you come to these Wednesday nights, I want you to come ready to learn. I want you to come ready to grow. And guys, don't just be people who got a bunch of notebooks with a bunch of notes in it. If anybody know about me, people call me the queen of implementation for a reason. The only difference between me and a lot of people is because I give myself 7 days to implement the things that I've learned. If I learn something, I give myself 7 days, and most times it's less than that. So give yourself a timeline. What you're learning on these Wednesdays, put a date on when you're going to be implementing it, because implementation is what's going to help this become a real part of your life, a real part of your business, and really help you begin to grow. You could sell products all day and night, but I don't know about y'all. I don't want to retail for the rest of my life. I want to know how to build a big, big, big business. And that's what we're going to do here tonight. So guys, we got some amazing speakers lined up to talk to you guys tonight. I'm just super excited to be able to be your host, right? And to be able to help you on this journey. So guys, we got a couple people, right? We got, of course, our 50K Klaleh that's going to come and teach you guys all about, you know, how to really present this opportunity to people. Then, of course, we got 100K affiliate Jimmy Hepburn, right? That's going to come teach you guys how to really prospect to get people to the call, to be able to present them with the opportunity, right? Because that's an art in and of itself. But before we do that, before we get to our amazing uplines, what we got to do is get your mind right. So what I want you guys to do really quick, do this for me real quick, 5 seconds. I want you to close your eyes wherever you are. Now, unless you're driving, because I don't need nobody sending me nothing talking about I made them get in an accident. Close your eyes if you can. Every stress, every worry, every doubt, every question that you got on this call with, I want you to release it. I want you to release it. I want you to say this within yourself. You don't have to say this out loud. I want you to say this within yourself. Every doubt, every fear, every worry, every issue, I release right now. And I open up my mind to learn the information that I'm about to be taught. I'm ready. I want y'all to unmute yourself. I want everybody to say, I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get it.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
We ready.
Let's go. So first up, guys, like I have someone, like I just met this gentleman today on a 3-way, 4-way call, 4-way Zoom. And I am so impressed, you know, just reading his bio, reading his, you know, everything that he's done. And I'm telling y'all, I already was like, I'm like, we need to do a live together. I need to know more about this. I got my notepad. Listen, if you ain't got your notepad, go get it. I got my notepad ready because I am forever the student, right? I want to bring to you guys, hold up, some of you guys may know him. I don't know who knows him, who don't. Today was my first introduction, and I'm grateful, right? I'm grateful because just reading, I see already like this is about to be very impactful, not just for you, but for all of us, guys. But I want to bring to you a renowned author, speaker, and average breaker. I want y'all to type average breaker in the chat right now. Average breaker. Average breaker. I ain't heard that. I never heard of that. Average breaker. You understand? Motivator. Mr. Joseph Washington. Guys, he is an acclaimed speaker, motivator, author, right? After overcoming several childhood speech impediments. I would have never known that after speaking with you today on this Zoom. He speaks to audiences across the world, guys. So we are definitely privileged to be able to have him here tonight. He specializes in training members of corporations, nonprofit organizations, colleges, and network marketing groups and individuals to achieve and maintain excellence, to break average. Y'all listen, if you're ready to stop being average and move to super ordinary, I want you to unmute yourselves and say, I'm an average breaker.
I'm an average breaker.
Average
Average breaker.
I'm an average
Let's
breaker.
go.
Average breaker.
Average
That's
breaker.
what I'm talking about. So y'all, I want y'all to drop some fire in the chat for none other than Mr. Joseph Washington. Mr. Washington, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me, Doc?
Yes, I can. Let me find you so I can spotlight you. Okay, there you go. Replace the spotlight. There we go. Thank you so much, Mr. Washington. Cannot wait to hear from you. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, Dr. Andrews, I am super stoked and excited to be partnering with you guys, man. What a great team. What a great group of leaders that I'm going to be able to have the opportunity to learn from, to glean from, to be stretched and to grow from it. So Dr. Andrews, we definitely give you your kudos along with the other members of this team that I'm getting to know, I'm getting to learn who they are. You know, tonight, real quickly, I want to talk to you all from the subject, Let Average Go, or Breaking the Spirit of Average, as my one sister is holding up. That's the first book that I did, Breaking the Spirit of Average. And I have since written this book here, Let Average Go, for corporate America and our network marketing groups. I'm going to be training and teaching on mindset in these weeks to come. And so if you guys have a pen and paper, I want you to be able to take some copious notes real quick. I'm only going to be before you all just a few moments because I want to hear from these other great leaders and get my pen and paper out, because how many of you know that a short pencil is better than a long memory, right? A short pencil is better than a long memory. So you want to take down these notes, and what we're going to be sharing over the next several weeks are these 7 incredible principles of how we go from average to taking action to creating an incredibly awesome life. So I'm the author of the book, Let Average Go. As Dr. Andrews mentioned, I've been able to be blessed and I'm humbled to being able to speak all over the country, from Trinidad, Tobago to the Bahamas to Israel. I just left Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya 3 weeks ago. Just left Elizabeth City State University, opening up their freshman intake. I guess my claim to fame is speaking at the White House in 2010 for President Obama. And yes, you can go to YouTube and see me on the White House lawn, giving my shout out to all my haters, to all of those that said it wouldn't be possible. As Dr. Andrew said, I grew up with a severe speech impediment, guys. It is documented. It is not one of those things that I mentioned for the sake of trying to impress anybody by saying now that I can speak well, but I had an incredible speech impediment. I stuttered severely, but I had a mother who graduated from Howard University who told me on the day that I was 8 years old, and I ran into the house and I told her, I said, it's true that I'm stupid and I'm dumb, as the kids has told me. And my mother told me, son, you're neither stupid or dumb. She said, it's just that your brain and your mouth ain't caught each other. We're going to get them to catch each other. And on the next 7 years, my mother and I went on a roller coaster ride to teach me how to articulate, how to enunciate. I had to use cue cards. She gave me a dictionary at the age of 11, and she said, learn these words. I remember the first word being aardvark. And she said, one day you're going to speak all over the world. This was in 1972. I'm about a year away from being 60 years old, and I feel great, and I feel incredibly blessed. But I've been able to do those things that my mother said. But how many of you know that when you're raised around average people who do average things, you yourself become average? And guys, I went into my adult life as an average guy because I had been around average people all of my life. And here, probably about 15 years ago, I decided to make a decision for my life to let average go. I was ready to truly wake up when I finished sleeping. I was working in corporate America. I was a corporate exec at Delta Airlines. I had worked for Eli Lilly in the Midwest. I was salesman of the year for this particular Midwest company that I had. So some would say, Joe, you did some very above incredible things, but I knew that I wasn't living my best life. So let me just speed it up. About 15 years ago, I decided that I was ready to let average go. And I said, well, Joe, how will you do that? How will you go from average to awesome? I said, well, the first thing I've got to do is be able to define what is average. We know that average is the top of the bottom and the bottom of the top. It is the best of the worst and the worst of the best. Average is like a painkiller that lulls you to sleep while it slowly numbs your senses. Is that I didn't win, but I didn't lose. I just tied. It's that place of mediocrity. And so once I was able to define it and realize that I felt I fell somewhere in the spectrum of that, I decided to take the word average. And from each letter of the word average, I created 7 principles that will take your life from average to awesome. And this is what we're going to be training and teaching on in these next several weeks. So let's look at them real quick. I'm going to run through them really, really fast, and I'm going to turn it back over to Doc because I want to get this other information. But I want to share with you, how do we go from average to awesome? How do we go from average to taking incredible action in our lives? So if you look at the word average, the first letter is the letter A, and that is the first principle, which is adopt a positive attitude. And many of you all already know that if you take the word attitude, ATTITUDE, if you count each letter where it falls numerically, if you count each letter where it falls numerically in the alphabet, it comes out to exactly 100. Your attitude is 100% of your success or your failure. Knowledge comes out to 96, hard work comes out to 98. But it is your attitude that's going to make it work. It's your attitude that's going to get people to join your business. It's going to be your attitude that's going to get people to say yes to you. Because if I like you, listen, man, I'll run with you. But if I don't like you, I may not hinder you, but I will not help you win. So we're going to talk about attitude. Then the letter V is value your time. We're going to talk about the importance of time. One of the things that I do when it comes to time is I move opposite of the crowd with my time. Now, Dr. Andrews will understand this. When we go to Buckhead and we want to have dinner, we don't go at 8 o'clock at night to Ruth Chris or whatever restaurant it is that we're going to have to wait an hour. We'll go about 4 o'clock in the afternoon where they say, Mr. Washington, please follow me. We have a table for you. Why? Because we've moved opposite of the crowd with our time. Remember this, average people follow crowds. Average breakers create them. I'm going to say it again. Average people follow crowds. Average breakers create them. So we're going to talk about adopting a positive attitude, value your time. Then the letter E is enlist the help of a mentor. You want somebody who's going to stretch you and not shrink you. Somebody's going to make you better and not make you bitter. But you need somebody who's going to have the emotional integrity to be honest with you and say, if you keep doing what you keep doing, you're going to keep getting what you keep getting. I need some truth tellers around me. I got enough yes people around me that's going to tell me what I want to hear, but I need somebody to tell me what I need to hear. So we're going to talk about the art of mentorship and how you as a mentee should respond to your mentors, okay? And then we're going to talk about read daily, the importance of a book like this, a very, very simple book of Let Average Go. I've also have the workbook that we have with it that's now available that we're going to be teaching and training from. But we've got to talk about read daily. I think it was Emerson who said that every time you and I read something new, our mind stretches and it never returns back to its original proportion. So we're going to talk about the power of reading. Listen, when you walk into a man or woman's house and you see that they have a whole bunch of books, those are folks that you want to get to know. You want to get to know the readers in the world. So we're going to talk about adopt a positive attitude, value your time, enlist the help of a mentor, read daily. And then the A in average is anticipate opposition because the dream killers are coming. You got folks that don't want to see you do well. How do you handle no's? How do you handle opposition? We're going to talk about the 4 components of handling opposition in our lives. Opposition comes to make us. Some people say, well, Mr. Washington, I don't want to do network marketing in other business because I'm afraid I'm going to fail. Listen, failure is good. Why? Because it allows you to start again more intelligently. If you ever went out with somebody and you know, hey man, this just ain't right. Then you meet somebody else and go, hey, I've seen this before. So failure is okay as long as you learn from it. But we're going to talk about the power of opposition and how do we defeat opposition. And then after we adopt a positive attitude, after we value our time, after we enlist the help of a mentor, after we read daily, after we anticipate opposition, the letter G in the word average is guard your goals. Now listen, I'm not saying create goals for the sake of creating goals because you have something written down on a piece of paper. I'm talking about goals that you absolutely can achieve. Dr. Benjamin E. Mays said it like this. He said, it must be born into the mind of a man that the tragedy in life is not that you have any written goals, The tragedy in life is that you have no goals to reach. So we've got to have goals that are reachable. We've got to have goals that we absolutely can manifest. So we're going to talk about the power of goal setting. And then finally, that last E in the word average is empower your belief system. I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to believe that you can do this. I want you to believe that you can win. I want you to believe already in advance that you have won, that you have already crossed the finish line. I must believe in myself. And we have some incredible leaders on here, guys. We've got some folks that have been marked that cannot be erased. We got some folks on here that are documented, that are going to help us build large organizations, but we've got to get out of this average mentality. We've got to get out of this average mindset. Let's not fall back to sleep and go to that place called average. So again, over the next several weeks, we're going to be training and we're going to be talking about how we go from average to awesome. So let me give you the 7 again real quick. A, adopt a positive attitude. V, value your time. E, enlist the help of a mentor. R, read daily. The next A, anticipate opposition. G, guard your goals. And then the final E is empower your belief system. And so that's what we're going to be teaching. I don't have a team, but if I had a team, they would be team average breakers, because I'm going to create average breakers in this format here. We're going to create average breaker all through this opportunity that we have here and this leadership that we have here. So those are the 7 keys. That's what we're going to be training on. That's what we're going to be talking about. And then once we leave that, I do a series called I Want My Crayons Back. And I'm not saying please, right? We're going to talk about imagination and creativity, because we got some crayon stealers out there. So I need to go back and get my crayons back. So there's things that we're going to be discussing and talking, other topics that I have, how to grow to success, how to develop your passion. I do an acronym for passion. You got to prepare your passion, articulate your passion, study it, stand up for it, invest it, own it, and never negotiate it. So we're going to talk about the power of passion and how we really get on fire. Listen, this is the time now for you and I to set ourselves on fire and watch folks come see us burn. It's time for individuals to come see us burn. Set yourself on fire. Don't quit. Take the next 365 days and do what others will not do, so that you can live your life like others cannot live. If you make an investment in yourself and be willing to participate in your own rescue, we have leaders that are here right now to help us get across to the finish line. We're not settling for average. We're not settling for mediocrity. We're not settling for I quit. We're not settling for this is too hard. It's meant to be hard, because if it wasn't, everybody would be successful in network marketing. Network marketing is not easy. It takes work. It takes tenacity. It takes guts to be able to say I'm a networker. But I tell you this, if you do the plan that Dr. Andrews has, that Jimmy has, our other leaders have on here, I promise you that you will be able to fire your boss and hire your money. I promise you that you will truly wake up when you finish sleeping. I promise you that you will get out of the rah-rah and you will begin to do things that you've always dreamt of. Because here's what I know, that you and I were put here to do more than just to live and die. We were put here more than just to pay bills and pay student loans and all that. Let's have so much that we can do what we need to do and be a blessing to so many others. So tonight, average breakers, I call you and I sent out a clarion call that tonight is the night that we let the world know that we are average breakers all day. As we say back in my hometown of Washington, D.C., every day. All right. God bless you all. And I'll see you at the top. Back to you, Doc.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fire.
Yes. I don't know about y'all, but I'm an average breaker. Ain't nothing average about me.
Mm-mm.
Okay, there's nothing average about our leadership here. There's nothing average about this next queen who you are about to hear from. There is nothing average about 50K Klaleh. You heard me? There's nothing average about going 1K in a day. There's nothing average about 10K in 10 days. There's nothing average about 25K in less than 25 days. All right. There's nothing average about 50K. I'm just telling you, there is nothing average about the leadership that you are attached to. And I am so grateful that I am attached to leaders who not just want to excel, but also want to see you excel. She wants to see you excel so much that she said, I don't got to do all the presentations. Let me teach you how you can do your own presentations. So y'all, I want you to drop some fire in this chat for our amazing 50K affiliate. You understand the mind behind 1,000 professionals, the queen bee herself, not other than Klaleh Parker.
What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? I want to feel some energy. Can everybody unmute themselves or no? Or you got everybody on punishment?
Yeah.
Can they unmute themselves?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Klaleh. Yes.
Listen. Oh my gosh, man. Let me tell you something, Dr. Dashia. Like, listen, when we got Mr. Joseph Washington, I was like, oh my gosh. You know, I'm not like the best like mindset person. I'm like, you know what, y'all want mindset, y'all go listen to The Secret. Y'all go watch The Secret. But y'all, throw some fires in the chat for the gems that Mr. Joseph Washington, you know, has given us. Like, you know, it's nothing average about 1,000 professionals. It is nothing average about the people that we are attached to. We're literally attracting legends, y'all. And the beautiful thing is that everybody on our team, everybody in our family, everybody that's attached to us, they want to see each other win. You know, so, you know, one of the things that, you know, I learned in my career, you know, I, you know, came from the vacation ownership space where we had to do presentations every single day, sometimes 2-3 times a day, every single day. That's just what we did. But a lot of times the people that were very successful were the people that knew how to do the presentation front to back. All right. Now, what front to back means is that means that you know how to do your own presentation and you know how to close the deal. Because a lot of times what happens is maybe it's a day that your manager is not working, they're off. And then now you have a good prospect, but you miss out on the deal because you don't know how to do the presentation. Or maybe your manager might be in their feelings, and guess what? They don't want to help you. Now you can't close deals, and now you can't feed your family. Or what happens if that manager decides that they want to go to another job? Or what happens if that manager says, you know what? You know, I don't want to work here. I don't want to do this anymore. Now what? What are you going to do? So I correlated that with network marketing. How many of you guys on here right now has ever been in a situation where you have an amazing prospect, and then for whatever reason, either they can't make the 8 o'clock call, or maybe if they get on a call, like that person just isn't vibing with, you know, whoever is doing the presentation, or they can't get in, or it's just one thing after the other, and then you miss out on an opportunity. How many people has that happened to? If that has happened to you, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. It's happened to all of us. So what I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to take matters into my own hands. So what we did was we came up with a very, very simple process that anybody can do. Now, when I say anybody, I'm talking about anybody can do this. All right. So if you are ready to get these gems, go ahead and put some diamonds in the chat. Only if you're ready. If you're not ready, that's fine. But for those that are ready, go ahead and put some diamonds in the chat. And I'm going to go over these steps as to what it is that you need to do. Now, Dr. Dashia, I'm going to need your help, you know, with sharing the screen in a minute. All right. We got some people that's ready. All right. So now, one of the things, when it comes to presenting my daily choice, can anybody tell me who they believe is the best person to present my daily choice? Anybody take a wild guess?
Jimmy.
Somebody said Dr. Dashia. Somebody said Jimmy. Somebody said myself. Somebody said everybody. Let me explain something to you. The best individual to present is actually two individuals. The best individuals to present My Daily Choice is Josh and Jenna Zuego. Nobody is going to present it better than them. They're the visionary. They know what to say. Because of them, it's why all of us are here. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. So my thought process is these people already have a system for us. These people are top network marketers. Currently, Jenna is the #1 network marketer in the entire world. So why wouldn't I have her close my deal? Guys, did you all know that there is a presentation that they do in our back office? So what we do is, the first part of your presentation is very simple. All you'll do is you'll have a Zoom account. You got to